I don't exactly have a plan for the Prelude at the moment, but I know I want to keep working on the bodywork and I want to start making progress on it. And I think today I want to start off by cleaning up the space. This garage is a kind of a mess at the moment. And then we're going to start cleaning up the Prelude, which means I'm probably going to take the bumpers off, take the wheels off, or at least maybe the back wheels, and get back to work on that section. I'm not sure yet. I'm really going into this blind here. I just want to start, making some forward momentum. So sit back and enjoy, folks. I think it's about enough room to start doing some work. I'm gonna take the rear bumper off the Prelude. I think I'm gonna take off this little trim piece. I get this question all the time, guys, about the trim, the side skirt extensions, which I don't have on there right now. I get the question all the time. And I've made videos, and I don't think it matters how many videos I make or how many times I answer the question in video. I just have to keep answering it forever and ever. But they're off of like a 1995 Honda Accord coupe, and then I had to trim them down here on the other side, and then the side skirts I had to trim short to make it fit a third gen Honda Prelude. That's about it. So, like I was saying, I want to get, oh, that's squeaky. Nice. Maybe I'll talk to you guys once this is all the way up. Oh, now it's not gonna squeak. Okay. I don't have a good spot to put these jack stands. Don't really have a good spot. Okay. Not the end of the world. I usually have to put wood blocks on top of the jack to get it high enough to get my 6-ton jack stands underneath it and fit underneath the car. I really need to get like a set of 3-ton jack stands, but it's freaking hot out here. I use the 6 tons for the truck, so I try and use both on both cars, but it is kind of a pain with such a low car like the Prelude. So I think I'm just gonna leave the rear wheels on for now. Just rock with the jack. And I'm gonna take this rear bumper off, take this trim piece off, because the long-term plan for this, guys, is probably not gonna include these Accord pieces anymore. Might tell you more about it at the end of the video. But to get the rear bumper off, it's just zip tied on for the most part. I know there's a couple bolts down here, but mine is zip tied on, so I just gotta, it's like one zip tie here. Here we go. Another down there. So jerry-rigged, man. And then on this side, same deal. I'll eventually have to go back, once I'm finished with the bodywork, and fix up these clips because I don't want to have to zip tie it on every time, but it does do the trick. It does do the trick. There are two, I think it's 2 bolts on the inside, at least on mine. I want to say they're like either 10 or 12 mil. I'm gonna guess 12. I'm so good, dude. All right, 2 12 mils. Take those off. Okay, 1. All right, there's 2. Oh shoot, okay, I feel like that might be it. She might be ready to just come off. All right. No, there's definitely another bolt somewhere. One more kind of like right here, for whatever that's worth. Oh, that sun is freaking warm, dude. All right, I think those 3 should do it for me. Pretty sure this bumper will come off now. There's just not a great way to grab it. Let me see here. Come on, bud. Oh crap. Taillight. Bulbs are still connected. I always learn the hard way, man. Always learn the hard way. Okay. Let's see if I can... Okay. Now that I'm properly breaking a sweat. There we go. Bumper's off. Oh, man. So with the bumper off, I think I'm just going to start taking out the taillights, taking out like all this little plastic trim stuff. You know, I think the more I break it down, the Prelude, the more I'll be prone to actually getting the job done and fixing all that needs to be fixed. Where did I put my wrench? And I guess there's really no point in keeping it like a secret, but the reason I want to take off the Accord stuff is kind of the same reason I put it on. I knew I could make it fit, but it also kind of looks like I made it fit. And I want to maybe look at a route, going down a route that is more appropriate for this car, does it better justice. And I think I've been debating between 2 things, guys. One would be the Caminari kit, which it looks pretty good, to be honest with you. From pictures, though, I can't tell if the front bumper, the front lip that's on it, because it has like this extended lip on there, and it's almost like Bozozoku style, at least from the, like the, what are they called? The poster photos for the kit. It looks like it might be a really fat lip, and I don't know if I like that. So there's another kit that is slipping my mind at the moment. I think it's like a 3-letter name. I'll put it up on the screen or something if I can find it. I'm debating between those 2, and the reason I like the other one, not the Caminari kit, is I feel like the front bumper is a little less aggressive with the lip. And I don't know, though. I'm really torn because I have friends that have the Caminari kit who say it's the business. I don't know. But I definitely want to change it up. And so I think taking off the Accord pieces, I think it's the move. After removing about 20 plus screws from the back of these taillights, I think I'm ready to come out. You gotta take off the pigtails, right? Just this one. There we go. Center piece is out. Okay. And once again, I forgot to unplug it. That one's out. This one, you know, it has a crack in it. This is the one I pulled off the junkyard Prelude. It's got a crack in it, and I didn't realize how noticeable it was going to be until I put the taillight on the car. So I may revert back to my old taillights. A little unsure. We're not going to be needing taillights for a bit anyways while we work on the car, so I can take some time to think about it. There we go. Nice. If you guys have been watching this body work project from the beginning, then you realize that I've been dealing with some rust issues and trying a couple different things to solve it, and it isn't quite working out the way I'd liked. So if you haven't watched all the videos leading up to this point, let me just catch you up on what I've done in like a brief 20 seconds. I'm basically sanding the panels down, finding the areas where the rust exists, and then sanding down all the rust. And then I'm using I wish I still had a can of it, but it's just like an Ace Hardware primer. And I think that's my issue, is it's a cheap primer. I don't think it's an epoxy primer based on how it lays, but I think that might be an issue, is it's not sealing totally after I take it down to bare metal. So I'll take it down to bare metal, spray on coats of the primer, and then after like weeks, months, a little bit of the rust comes through. And I think it's because it's not maybe making total coverage on it. I'm not sure. I'm also not a painter, especially an automotive one. So if you guys know what to do on that, I don't want to just like keep laying down the same primer that I'm laying down because it clearly isn't doing the trick. So, one key point. I took all the primer back off of this fender and I covered it, pretty much all of this, in POR 15, which held up for the most part, but there's still little micro specks of rust coming through. So that leads me to believe that over time, it's gonna keep getting worse and worse. So I just need to know like what kind of primer I should be spraying on this, so that way I can keep working on this car panel by panel and not having to go back and redo the panels that I've already done so many times. So it's kind of where I'm at, man. And I realize I'm talking a lot in this video, but it's freaking hot. And I'm just trying to make progress on it. And I definitely need you guys' help and opinions on the matter. So I don't think I'm gonna be buying any more of those cans of Ace Hardware primer. I think I need to change it up. And I remember someone saying epoxy primer. So if anybody can vouch for that, maybe drop a couple recommendations. Much appreciated. I ended up finding a little piece of frame rail to put the jack stands under. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off the rear wheels and just that way have more room to work. I'm just gonna keep taking pieces off and kind of getting this Prelude down to bare bones, which I couldn't do before. And now that it's in this kind of controlled environment somewhat, I'm gonna go ahead and tear it down a bit more. That way it makes doing the body work a little more accessible and easy. Another thing about these wheels, come on, is I think I wanna rebuild them. I really love the faces because I think they just like match the late 80s, 90s era vibe for the Prelude with just the clean 5-spoke. However, I think instead of going with a staggered setup, which is what I did, so the rears are actually wider than the front, which gives it a pretty cool stancy look. However, it also means that I can't rotate tires. I have to buy 2 different size tires, front and back. It's just kind of a pain. And I was thinking like I had to roll the fenders. Anyways, long story short, if I want to ride this car low like I like to, I think I want to rebuild these wheels in the long run. I mean, guys, there's like so many freaking steps to get to actually driving this car like full time again. There's so many things that have to get done. Like it's crazy. And that's why today's video is kind of low key. Really just wanted to put myself in the garage and make some freaking progress, man. You know, little by little. Maybe rebuilding these wheels and putting new lips on them, which will actually be nice because these things need polishing so bad. And I just don't have it. It takes a lot of work, so new lips would be great. You know, actually, while we're over here with this wheel off, I think it was Ethan, who does YouTube on the Prelude Tings, was asking about the fuel filter that's behind the driver's side wheel. It's right there. So you have to, it's easier if you take off your wheel. And then also there's actually a piece of fender lining that kind of goes over there. So yours might be tucked a little bit behind it, but that's where your primary fuel filter goes. Okay, so I think the plan is, you know, just keep tearing stuff down. I've pulled some of this window trim out from the rear windshield, and I don't think the rest of it is gonna come easy. I think I'm breaking clips almost all the way around. Same goes for this section. I ended up breaking that. This just slides off. This piece I've taken off. It's okay. Never gotten this piece off. I'm not sure exactly. Oh, and then these lower trim pieces aren't terrible to get off, but these ones around the windshield and the rear windshield is gonna suck. And the thing is, I think in order for me to do the most thorough job on this project, I really need to take it off. And it would probably be even more ideal to pull the glass out, which I could honestly get away with now that I'm in this garage. I think what I would do is just pull the glass and then put some like plastic wrap on the inside, so that way at least critters and rodents aren't getting into it and all that. But that would probably be the most ideal and get me the best result. However, I do need to sort out this frickin' primer issue, because if I don't do that and the rust keeps coming through as I'm working my way around the rest of the car, then I'm kind of getting nowhere. You know what I mean? So let me know what you guys recommend. Honestly, if you want to put down like a frickin' to-do list on how you would paint the car, I'd love that. Because this is the first time I've ever done body work to this extent. Certainly the first time I'll ever be painting a car. I just, I'm kind of just going at it and scratching my head at how to do it the best. So today was just really about getting my ass in the freaking garage and getting something done on this Prelude, and I think I've accomplished it. Now, tomorrow, if I wanted to, I can come out here, literally start sanding. That was the goal. So that's how I'm going to keep working this project, is just little by little. I'm really missing driving this car because it's super nice out now. It's like basically summertime, and I really want to be driving it at least until the motor gives out. I want to drive it until it won't drive anymore, and then I can look at a motor swap. But gosh, it would be so nice to just have the rust taken care of. And at least I don't even need to paint the car, folks. I really don't. I just need it all one color. That's all I care about. It can be primer gray. I don't mind. One color, driving, no rust. If we can get to that point, and then we'll handle the motor situation, because I'll be way more like freed up to actually research that whole topic and figure out what motor I want to put into it. Right now, it's just like I have this whole project to take care of, so I don't even want to entertain the motor at this rate. But that's kind of the premise of things, guys. I hope you enjoyed seeing the Prelude. I'm sorry it's been a little bit. We'll be back in the garage here crushing it some more on some panels, and stay tuned. That's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Keep elevating, my friends. I love you. And I almost got through the whole thing. I don't know why I tripped up. Keep elevating, my friends. I love you. Adios. Till next time.